The story, under his watching eye, the sun beats down on a dusty soccer field as a young boy. Ricky stumbles around with a football at his feet. His father, Ashok, sits patiently on the bleachers, his sightless eyes turned towards the field. Ashok used to be a star player himself, but a tragic accident years ago took away his vision. But his love for the game never faded, and he vowed to pass it on to his son. Every day, rain or shine, he brings Ricky to the field, hoping to spark the same passion in him, Ricky mumbling.
"Come on, Ricky. You can do this."
He kicks the ball with all his might, but it goes sailing wide of the goal. The other boys on the field snicker. Coach to Ricky.
"Don't worry, Nicky. Keep practicing. You'll get there."
Coach throws an encouraging smile at Ricky, but then winks at his assistant coach. They both know Ricky is hopeless. At reaching home, Ricky to his father Ashok. "Dad, Coach Rajiv says I'm not good enough. He says I shouldn't play in the finals. Everyone laughs at me. I think I should not play football and try something else in life." Ashok to Ricky. "Don't listen to him, son. You are a good player. You just need to believe in yourself. I can see a very talented player in you. I believe one day I shall get my vision back and shall see you playing football in a big game." Ricky and Ashok would go to the football ground, where Ricky tried to practice but never really showed any interest in the game. Despite his lack of enthusiasm, Ashok remained dedicated to nurturing his son's potential. One day, Ricky and Ashok abruptly stopped their visits to the football ground. The coach, aware of Ricky's lukewarm passion, assumed that he had simply lost interest in playing altogether. With the upcoming tournament looming, the coach finalized the team selection without including Ricky, seeing no reason to force participation on an uninterested. The team performed impeccably, reaching the final match of the tournament. However, a cloud of worry hung over the coach. His star player, crucial to their success, was sidelined with an injury. As he sat in his office, pondering solutions, Ricky suddenly materialized before him, a plea burning in his eyes. "Coach," he said, his voice laced with determination, "let me play in the final." The coach raised an eyebrow, surprise etched on his face. "Oh, Ricky," he mused, his voice tinged with confusion. "I thought you had lost interest in the game. Tell me, were you secretly training with another coach? Was this why you never made it onto the other team?" The coach hesitated. Was Ricky really serious? Could this boy, who barely seemed interested in football, suddenly turn into a savior? But then he remembered. Ricky knew their plays. He knew his teammates' strengths and weak. Every team needs a secret weapon, and right now, that's what Ricky could be. The coach says to Ricky. "Okay, Ricky," the coach said, taking a deep breath. The final minutes of the match ticked by, the score still tied. Everyone held their breath, the air thick with tension. Suddenly, the ball landed at Ricky's feet. Something changed in him. His eyes blazed with a fire the coach had never seen before. He weaved through the defenders like a magician, their clumsy tackles failing to even touch him. He was a blur of speed and determination, an unstoppable force on the field. With a mighty kick, he sent the ball flying towards the goal. It was a perfect shot, a cannonball carrying all their hopes and dreams. The net rippled and went boom. The crowd went wild, cheering louder than ever. The whistle blew and Ricky's team, thanks to his incredible goal, was the champion. His teammates hoisted him on their shoulders, singing and chanting his name. Ricky, tears of joy in his eyes, looked up at the sky. The coach, still buzzing from the incredible victory, approached Ricky. "Wow, Ricky," he exclaimed, slapping him on the back. "You played like a champion today. Where did all that magic come from?" Ricky managed a small smile, but a tear escaped and traced a glistening path down his cheek. "Coach," he said, his voice thick with emotion, "before today, my dad, he couldn't see me play anymore. So I wasn't really trying my best, but today he was watching my game." Coach to Ricky. "I'm so happy to hear your dad's vision came back." The coach said gently, "Is he here today?" Tell him to come down. Let's all celebrate together." Ricky shook his head, his tears flowing freely now. "Coach," he choked out, "my dad? He's not here anymore. He's up there in the heaven. He is watching me from there." He pointed, a trembling finger tracing an invisible path towards the sky. A stunned silence fell over the team. The joyous cheers faded, replaced by a heavy weight of shared grief. Each of them understood the loss of a loved one, the feeling of an empty space where laughter and love used to be. The coach, his own eyes glistening, stepped forward and pulled Ricky into a tight hug. He held him close, letting the boy cry into his shoulder, offering silent comfort in the face of such raw pain. This story has lots of wisdom to teach us. What lesson or message touched you the most? Can you share what you learned or felt from listening to it? I'd love to hear your thoughts.